here with Atlanta Fan TV. We're switching it around real quick. I could not let Mark go away without letting his opinion be heard as well. Mark, you've heard everything from me. I pretty much complained the whole time. 1-0 result. How do you feel about that match?
It was okay. I think there were bright spots to take from it. I liked how Barco looked. I thought he was sharp again, trying to make things happen, doing his best making impression. PD's been slated a fair amount, and I understand that, again, it wasn't great. But if I had to give him a rating, I'd give him a 6. And I would say that because I thought he did have some passes that were, like an inch, kind of inch off, but he was looking for the right pass. There was one cross in particular where both Joseph and Gressel could have gotten onto it, and they were just, an inch away. So it doesn't look great. Like, yes, it doesn't look great when he doesn't run back. He needs to put in the effort. And there's a lot of times when he's floating around and he's not really sure. It looks like he's not really sure what he's supposed to be doing. But I just wonder, because he's not the only player who doesn't look sure in his role. And you and I, before we talked about LGP a little bit. I thought LGP was very good in this game. But easily he's been...
Well, he couldn't be worse than last game,
exactly.
If we're being realistic.
And realistically, like, he's just not had a good season. So this is probably his best game of the season. But again, it's like LGP was tremendous last year. So is it like, does he not know what he's supposed to be doing? So I just wonder, like, we spent a lot of money on PD, and we knew his reputation coming in, and it's just like, I just want him to get his chance. I mean, like, he has to play into form, and it's kind of a catch-22 as to how much do you play in without hurting the team. But, yeah, I mean...
He did not look very happy when he got subbed off. I mean, for me, that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. At least walk to the halfway line,
yes.
Give your teammate a handshake and go sit on the bench. He doesn't talk to anyone. He goes and sits down. It's not the best of looks. He was put in a position, in my opinion, I think, to kind of succeed against a team that didn't do much in terms of attack, and he still struggled. We talked in the match preview with me and AJ about this would be a great game for him to really succeed. And for me, it feels like an opportunity dropped, and I kind of feel like Barco was sacrificed by being played on the left.
Yeah.
I mean, Tito comes on and changes the game. Should he start over Pitti?
I don't know if it's over Pitti, but I do see an argument for Tito starting, and it's like this, because I agree with you on Barco as well. So let's say you set up with the 3 midfielders across behind the striker, and Barco plays in the middle. It seems like Tito on the left makes a lot of sense. He almost scored from that position today. And then on the right, it's a matter of, do you play Gressel or do you play Pitti? Because Pitti's left-footed, so it makes sense to play him. And then you have Gressel's crossing as well. So, I think if it were me, I would probably bring Pitti off the bench like 25, 30 minutes until he really looks sharp and he has his legs again.
How long do you do that, though, for a player that you spent $15, $17 million on? He's, again, the reigning South American Player of the Year. Is he really a player that you expect to come off the bench? I mean, I think most Atlanta United fans would have expected him to do something along the lines of a Carlos Vela, what he's doing for LAFC. Yeah. But right now, it just doesn't seem like anything's clicking for him. Do you think that it will click, or is it maybe already not a good fit for him?
I would say my confidence is at 70% that he's going to come through. This is Carlos Vela's second season in the league. He didn't exactly light the league on fire last year. Barco, as we well know, he had his struggles on and off the field. So I think that for those reasons alone, Pitti should be given the benefit of the doubt. But he can't keep, if his starts are going to hurt the team, for example, he can't keep starting, Well,
again, Tito comes on and is direct.
Yeah.
He starts creating problems almost immediately.
Yeah.
He's a player that didn't really get his minutes, and you could tell was frustrated. Now the roles seem a slightly bit reversed. With Atlanta United struggling in attack, is there any system that you can see different from what we're doing right now that might spring things back to life? Is it as simple as just moving the players around, or is it a bigger problem with how Frank de Boer is leading this team?
The only out I have left to give de Boer is the lineup, like players available. We saw Escobar start today, and Shea was actually pretty solid, I thought. I think Remedi.
At least he's not right behind us this time.
Yeah, seriously. The Remedi, I think he has to start as well. I think he and Nagby are going to be like the key, like in the pivot.
For what it's worth, the time I jumped, I hate that guy. Just want to make that very clear. I hate that guy. Anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think Remedi is going to be key to the lineup as well. So, but it's got to be sooner or later. And we're going to find out about this team in May. You know, we have the next few fixtures are what? Sporting,
Kansas City. I think you have Toronto, Red Bulls, and then that dreaded match against Orlando at home.
Right, exactly. Like, that's a tough run of fixtures. Even Orlando's playing well. You know, like, they're looking for that first win over Atlanta. So we're going to find out about this team.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.